Good morning, Shannon. It's Sunday, January 8th, and I'm a little jacked up right now because I just finished watching the fifth season of Burn Notice. I know I'm a month late, but holy crap, I did not see that coming. I tend to not watch a lot of the current TV and stuff that's going on, but there are a few things, namely Doctor Who and Burn Notice, and things like Psych, maybe, and Bones, except I haven't been keeping up on this season, so yeah, it's a lot of crime drama, mystery type things, except for Doctor Who, which is just plain awesome, and any nerd, self-proclaimed nerd, should see that at some point. With not watching shows that are currently ongoing or that are, happening right now, and instead watching ones that have already finished mostly, you tend to not be caught up in the cultural swelling of things, and, there may have been references to other things that you don't quite get. I can tell you this was certainly the case with me watching Buffy, where, there was a lot of just stuff that I didn't quite get, and things I had heard other places, in references to stuff in Buffy that made sense only afterwards. And it was also weird seeing David Boreanaz playing Angel in Buffy when I knew him from Bones. That kind of threw me for a loop at first. I guess what I'm trying to say is that, in a way, am lacking in culture in terms of television. And that is one medium of my life that I don't honestly feel that bad about lacking culture and experience in, because I tend to try and do more stuff with my life, which actively involves doing things, and, that precludes sitting on my butt watching television for God knows how many hours a day. I think Americans average like 5, something terrible like that. It also, means I can't do things like sit around and play World of Warcraft for 6 hours a day, or, I don't know, sleep 8 hours a night. In a sad way, that this philosophy of I want to be actively doing stuff and so I don't have time to, be doing other things, also is probably why I've read so little over the past year. And, it's just because I've wanted to go out and do things and be active, and that doesn't leave me much time for sitting around and reading. And, unlike even with watching TV or watching stuff on the computer, and I can also be doing things with chainmail, I haven't figured out a way to read a book using hands and, make chainmail at the same time. I just can't figure that out. Sorry for kind of going off on a rant there, but that was just something that occurred to me that I really wanted to share with you. And if you have any cool TV shows, feel free to suggest them. I can't promise I'll get around to watching them, but maybe I'll give it a shot. TV shows I can recommend include Star Trek. I'm currently going through The Next Generation, and I actually kind of like it. I don't think it's as good as the original one, and it's fun to compare and contrast the two, but give it a shot if you want more sci-fi stuff. Thank you for showing me the awesome stuff that is now going to go on your shelves. I'm glad I finally got to meet Phil. I feel like he was this celebrity that, it's nice to finally have starring on the show. If, this was a real show, and if Phil wasn't just a plant. Thank you for bearing with me through that rant, and I would just like to specify that I consider this vlog something important, even if it involves sitting on my ass for, like, an hour or so a day. Anywho, I will see you on a day that ends in Y.